Okay, this has been one of my highest requested things. You guys have seen that I've been doing this. You've seen the literal tens of thousands of leads I'm getting every single month from my Instagram carousels. And I kept telling you, okay, I'm not going to give this to you. And I'll talk about why. So I really have delayed making this YouTube video. One, because it's so valuable. I was kind of liking sitting it on my, like kind of having it all to myself. I'm not going to lie to you. And then two, I wanted to make sure it was actually going to work. And then three, there's a fat freaking caveat I have to put on this that really has held me back from making this video. However, this is working so well. It's at the point where I have to make a video on this. I have to show you the strategy. I have to show you what I'm doing because it's working so well. It's going to be a game changer for a lot of you guys. So I just want to show you first proof of all these leads because 30,000 leads in 30 days is a lot. So I want to show you proof of the leads and then I'll actually show you how I do it. So these are specific kinds of posts on Instagram. Each one of these comments, you see all these little things here, this is a lead. So that was 4,532 leads, 3,652 leads, 3,000 leads, 3,000 leads, 2,300 leads, give or take. And then there's a whole nother page of these. I don't even know how I get to the next page. Let's see how I do this. Hold on. There we go. And here's another page, right? So all of those added up was around 30,000, and that's exactly what it always is. It's always like right around 1,000 a day. So I'm basically getting around 1,000 leads per day for free from my Instagram carousels. Obviously, some have more, and then some have less. Okay, here's my big caveat. I just gotta like make some eye contact with you, and so we'll get this thing turned around and turn off my circle. Here's my caveat. I did not want to teach this because I strongly believe that if you are making less than $1 million a year, you should not be focusing on building an email list. You should be focusing on selling your product over and over and over again until you make $1 million. Every student that I've ever had that I've gotten to the 7-figure run rate, myself included, has gone all in on one product and one platform. And so the rule of the 5 ones is this: solve one problem for one group of people, one niche, with one offer on one platform for 1 year. Every student of mine who has followed this and put email marketing on the back burner until they were over $1 million has thrived, has hit 7 figures, has done really well. Every student of mine who is worried about email marketing when they've got 3 people on their email list and not a great track record on their sales has continued to struggle or at best makes, 6 figures or multiple 6 figures. You have to learn how to say yes to you have to learn how to say no to very good strategies that could help you so you can say yes to a few things that will make all the difference. So my big fat caveat is that if you are making less than $1 million, you should not be worrying about email marketing. So really, the only people who are supposed to be watching this video are people who are making over 7 figures. That's the rule is you can list this how it goes. Those are the rules. The rule of 5 ones are the rule of the 5 ones. Damn it, Maria. The rule of the 5 ones are the rule of the 5 ones. But you are the captain of your ship. If you choose to break those rules, now you at least know that it'll take you longer to get to $1 million. I firmly believe that. So this was one of the reasons I was super hesitant to make this video, because I firmly believe that if you start fiddling with email marketing and you aren't making $1 million yet, you're just going to slow yourself down. However, this is a good strategy if it's the right time for you. And I wanted to show it to you because I don't like to be a gatekeeper. So you've been warned, you've had your caveat, now you get to decide what you want to do. And again, there's no judgment, right? There's no judgment. You get to decide what you want to do. So I'm going to show you the funnel, and we're just going to look at this together, okay? I'm going to show you how this works. This is how I get the leads, okay? So this is ManyChat, and I have a ton of automations in ManyChat. I'm going to show you this specific automation so that you can build this if this is something that you decide you want to do. ManyChat makes me a ton of money when it's combined with Instagram. Now, you guys probably already know that. This is a new automation that I've been trying, and it is making me gobs of money. Like, I think this is the reason we jumped from $300,000 a month to $400,000 a month. I think this added an extra $100,000 on my revenue, maybe an extra $75,000 per month on my revenue, as a minimum. But this was really nice. This was super cozy for me. I really liked this. So the first thing is the trigger, and it says user comments on your post or reel when they comment the word script. So I'll have a post that will ask them if they want to get the script. And then this is what first thing that we'll send them, right? So you can see here, if we go back one step, let me just refresh this. I just want you to kind of see what the conversion rate is on this. You can just kind of get a sense of how crazy good this is. So this automation was sent 4,000 times. We got over 3,000 email addresses, meaning it had a 75% conversion rate, which is unheard of. It's insanely good. And so we collected this many leads from this many comments. That's insanely good. So, and actually it's just occurring to me now that the headline on my YouTube video is slightly inaccurate, because technically I wouldn't call someone a lead until I have their like email address. So technically it's going to be 75 or 25% less than 30,000. Just putting that out there. I just realized that now is like, I didn't think about that when we were kind of adding it all up. So that just occurred to me now, but you know what? It's still a lot. So just confirming you want me to send you, this is what I'll send them. This is the first message that they're going to get on Instagram. Just confirming you want me to send you the Google Doc with all the scripts of what you should say to make more money, right? Because they commented scripts because they want my money making scripts. Then what happens is they get tagged, and that just helps the ManyChat only fire once. So this is like a specific tag thing. They click yes. Once they click yes, they'll get this message. This is where the magic is. Drop your best email below so I can send it to you, okay? I can't even believe we get to do this. Once they give me their email address, they get added to ActiveCampaign. That's where I automatically send them, like they get automatically added to an email automation, where we then send them helpful content and pitch every single day. And then they get automatically, so they don't see this. This is kind of happening in the background. They're aware of it. Obviously, they just gave me their email address. And then it says, here's the 12 short scripts you should use. So they get the scripts, and then they can click it, and then they can view the scripts. This version here is if they hit the button more than once, it says, I may have already sent this, but just drop your best email below so I can send it to you. So they're also emailed a version of this because they might want it in their inbox as well. But sometimes there's a delay with the email, so I also like to give it to them here right away. So like they're also emailed a copy of this, but sometimes like my ActiveCampaign can take almost 10 minutes to deliver an email, and people don't stick around for that. And so what was happening was like when we weren't giving it to them right away, they were sitting there and then it didn't come right away. And then they were upset and didn't get it. And so it's just easier to give it to them both ways, just more efficient for the customer. So guys, this is the automation, and it's doing insanely well. And I wanted to show it to you because I'm collecting email addresses by the thousands every single day. It's nuts. But what I want to do is give you 3, and I might have to pause for a second here because I want to show you like an example of, hopefully I'm logged in on this computer. I don't know if I'm logged in or not. It's always easy if I'm just like logged in. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, perfect. So this is the one that we're referencing here. So I want to give you 3 different tips or strategies to make the content better so you get more calls to action. Okay, I want you to get more comments, more leads. So the first thing that we have here is make the carousel excellent, make the pitch irresistible. So this is a very good carousel. I mean, it got almost 2,000 likes, which is high for me. It's very practical. It's things not to say, right? So don't say buy now. Immediately, people are going to be like, what the heck? Like I say buy now all the time because they do. They don't. You shouldn't say it though. Don't say X spots left. Don't say get this. So then, and this leads me into tip number 3. So we'll get ahead of ourselves and do this third tip before the second. Pitch several times and or several different things for maximum leads. So I'll pitch the scripts several times. So let's count. That was the first one. Second one. I'm saying different pitches, but it's basically the same thing. And then I pitch again a third time in the caption. So I pitched the call to action. I pitched the next step 3 times in this carousel. That 3x's the number of opportunities people have to say yes, which means I ultimately get more comments. So make the carousel excellent, make the pitch irresistible. The content itself should be really, really good. The pitch, the thing that they're going to get, should be so good they can't physically bear not having it. It's for free. The second tip is teach very, very specific things. So numbers perform really well. So I wouldn't say like a carousel wouldn't do well. It's just like how to make money. That's not going to do well. But 12 scripts, 12 short scripts to use to make more money is more specific. And I don't know if I can scroll all the way down. I have no idea if I seem to be logged in. So this is exciting. But another one of mine off the top of my head that did really well was, where was it? It was so good. This is the one I'm thinking of. This one did really well as well. And here's what we did to see like the specific numbers perform really well. So 182% increase in 1 year. They really liked this carousel. That one stuck out to me in particular because numbers perform really well. But if you look through my actual content, you'll see I talk about numbers all the time. I had $800,000 a month with a $40 offer, right? That one also did very well. How I went from 100K months to 400K months. How I post 53 pieces of content a week. This is all very intentional stuff I do in my content because it performs better because I've run a lot of experiments and I know. So to recap, you're going to create an automation exactly like this. They're going to start commenting on your carousels. And the most important part of all, well, there's 2 important parts. First important part is to have a carousel that's good enough people actually read. So the carousel has to be excellent. The pitch has to be irresistible. If I give you a list of 12 things you're not supposed to say, what do you immediately want to know? What the hell you need to say? And so that's where the pitch is irresistible because I'm like, okay, don't do all these things and comment below if you want to figure out what you do want to say. Now, here's the deal. All of this is for nothing if you aren't selling the right thing. So if we're doing all of this and we're not selling something that's going to actually go viral, a product people actually want, it's a waste of time. It's a hobby. And that's like, because again, like these are work to make. I always say, like, if I wasn't making a ton of money from Instagram relative to my income, I wouldn't be doing this because this is a lot of work. And so if you're just getting started or if your product isn't selling, what I would like to at least propose to you is to consider enrolling in my course, How to Create a Viral Digital Product, because this is the linchpin. You can have content that goes viral, but if you don't have a product that people want to pitch, you're not going to get paid and you're missing out on. I see a lot of people who have products that are mediocre that could be doubling, tripling, or honestly 10xing their income if they just tweaked their product. Like you might be like, oh, I already have a product. Well, if you had a product that was slightly adjusted, it would actually be poised to go viral. And then you feel like you're swimming in money versus pulling teeth to make sales. If you don't have a product at all, obviously this is a place to start because I'll teach you how to figure out what to sell, what you're talented at, what's going to be something that people will actually pay you a lot of money for with little resistance. That's what we're looking for here is when you make a product that goes viral, there's no resistance to the sale, which means all the work you do to create content and get leads actually has a return on your time investment because you actually have a product that they want and that they're willing to buy. So again, it's totally optional. I do highly recommend it, but it's totally optional. It's not at all what you have to do. In the meantime, this is a pretty good strategy. I'm excited to see how it goes for you guys. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.